Good morning. Welcome to live Chicago Public Library STEAM Story Time. All right. Zoom, zoom, astronaut. Can you say your name or not? What's your name? Astronaut. No, 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 no. What's your name? Oh, let's do it again. Zoom, zoom, astronaut. Can you say your name or not? What's your name? Ezra. Can we all say it together? Ezra. Zoom, zoom, astronaut. Can you say your name or not? What's your name? Who's this, everybody? Can we say, hi, cow? All right, let's do it again. Zoom, zoom, astronaut. Can you say your name or not? What's your name? I want to jump over the moon. Woo. All right. Zoom, zoom, astronaut. Can you say your name or not? What's your name? Good job. My name is Miss Sarah, and I'm from the STEAM, as you can see, team. And each letter represents a word. So let's begin. S is for science. That's all around us. T is for technology that you're watching right there on the screen. E is engineering. Can you build a spaceship? And A is for art. I bet you like to paint with your fingers. And M is math. Do you know how many houses there are on your street? Maybe you can count them. There's a song that goes like this. Let's clap our hands and sing together. With science, technology, engineering, art, and math. STEAM, STEAM, STEAM. Let's go explore our world. All right. So, do you know what is out there? Snow? Yeah, there's snow too. But what is out of this world? Yes, it's space. It's black and there's lots of shiny objects in there. Do you know what's out there? Can you tell me? What? Yes, there are stars, comets, asteroids, meteorites, and galaxies and Milky Ways and all kinds of cool stuff, right? So remember the guy, our friend Ezra? What did he say he was? An astronaut. He is a bear, but he wants to be an astronaut. And they discover lots of stuff out there and they explore all those great things. And let's just try to find out. It's so big and gigantic, maybe just like your imagination. Our first book is called Regards to the Man in the Moon by Ezra Jack Keats. Reading with permission from Penguin Random House. Okay. There's a moon. Let's see if you can see it. What's up, Louie? Why so sad? Barney asked. The kids are laughing at me. Laughing at you? Why? Well, come on, you could tell me. I'm your pop now. Well, Louis said, they call you the junk man. Junk, Barney growled. They should know better than to call this junk. All a person needs is some imagination. And a little of that stuff can take you right out of this world. What do you say, Louis? Want to give it a try? Louis and his parents got to work. What's going on? The kids asked. I'm going out of this world, Louis answered. The kids snickered and nudged each other. Is that Voyager 3? They laughed. Ha ha ha. No, he said. It's Imagination 1. Well, Don't run out of gas. Regards to the man in the moon, they kidded. Ha 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 ha. Are you going out there all alone? Susie asked. Can I come with you, Louie? Can I? Well, that depends. Got lots of imagination? He asked. Oh, yes, she said, and I'll bring cookies too. Okay, be here early tomorrow. There's imagination one. The next morning, they climbed aboard. Ready when you are, Susie shouted. Okay then, yelled Louie. Blast off! They held their breath. Boom, 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 boom. Way out in space. They opened their eyes. We did it, Susie gasped. They stared down at planet Earth right there. Everybody we know is down there, and we're all alone up here. I'm scared. Me too, Louie whispered. They floated past strange and wondrous things. There's Saturn, and there's maybe Neptune or Pluto. And on through worlds no one had ever seen before. I think that's Jupiter. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Suddenly, they were jolted to a halt. Help! Help us! They heard familiar voices cry. I wonder who they are. It was Ziggy and Ruthie. We decided to follow you, Ziggy cried, but we've used up all our imagination. We're stuck. We can't move. Don't untie us, please, or we'll never get home. Let go, Susie yelled, or we'll all be stuck out here forever. You can only move on your own imagination. Let go, will ya? Louie cried. There's a rock storm heading this way. We'll be smashed to bits. They're not rocks, can't you see? They're monsters, Ziggy moaned. Ugh, they're coming to capture us. We'll never see home again. Monsters, Susie said. Now you're using your imagination. They began to move. You're doing fine now, Susie called, so let go. You'll do better on your own, and so will we. But Ziggy and Ruthie were so scared, they just hung on right there. Right there. They ducked this way and that, and over and under, and upside down. Right there. Finally, the storm passed and they headed for home. Wow, Ziggy joked nervously. Wasn't that fun? Yeah, we sure scared those monsters, Ruthie bragged. Wish we could do it again. And they thought, Louie said, they used up their imagination. They were getting close to home when Ziggy finally dropped the rope. This is another city. The next day, they told everybody about their adventures. Soon, all the kids were ready to take off. Blast off! And that's the story of Regards to the Man in the Moon. Right. One little, two little, three little planets, four little, five little, six little planets, seven little, eight beautiful planets orbiting around the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto orbiting around the sun. Yes. Did you know that there are planets in outer space? They used to call them wandering stars because they were going around and around in a certain area. All right. Our next story is called May Among the Stars. What do you think she is? By Rhoda, Ahmed, illustrated by Stasia Burrington, and reading permission of HarperCollins Children's Books. All right. May Among the Stars. Little May was a dreamer. They say that daydreamers never succeed, but little May was different. One day, May was working on an assignment for school about what she wanted to be when she grew up. What will you tell them, May? I will tell them I want to see Earth. This is Earth, May, her mother said. The flowers, the grass, the forest, and the mountains. We live on Earth. I know, but I want to see Earth from out there. That's an amazing plan, little May. Then you have to become an astronaut. That way you can see Earth from space. Astronaut, do you think I could do that? Of course you can. If you can dream it, if you believe it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. May asked her mom to take her to the library. She searched for books about space and astronauts. After dinner, May drew pictures of space, and she even made her own astronaut costume out of an old orange curtains and cardboard boxes. Look at that spaceship right there. Look at her astronaut suit. Later, she asked her dad, "But how do I become an astronaut? It seems impossible." You will find your way, May, because if you dream it, believe in it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. But space is so far away. It's closer than you think, little May, and you may get there sooner than you think. What's she looking at? At a telescope. Maybe she's looking at the stars or constellations. That night, May had a happy dream. She was dancing in space, surrounded by billions of sparkling stars. Below her, she could see Earth floating and turning like a shining crystal ball. There's Earth right there. The next morning, May told her parents about her dream, and every time she talked about it, her eyes would light up. To Grandma, to someone at the store, to her little kitty. In the classroom, Miss Bell told everyone to stand in a line on the rug. Today, we are all going to share our dreams about the future. What do you want to be, and what do you want to do when you grow up? Who wants to go first? I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a football player. And I want to be a mom. I want to go to space. I want to be an astronaut. All the kids started laughing. Miss Bell asked, "May, are you sure you don't want to be a nurse, Nurse would be a good profession for someone like you. I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be an astronaut. May felt very disappointed. On her way home from school, May was quiet. She looked out the car window. Her world turned blue and cold. Nothing was the way it used to be. At home, May started crying. Miss Bell said I can't become an astronaut. What a silly thing to say, said her mother. She told me I should be a nurse instead, said May. Her mom wiped away her tears. My dear May, I hope you didn't believe her. Of course I believed her. She's my teacher. I'm sorry Miss Bell didn't encourage you, but she can't stop you. No one can stop you. Follow your dream, May, and go to space. Look at May now. Thank you, Mom. I promise when I get to space, I will wave to you and Dad from the spaceship. Do you think her dream came true? Her mom took her hand and they started dancing. You must always repeat to yourself, if I can dream it, if I can believe in it, and if I work hard for it, anything is possible. Look what happened. May went on dreaming, believing, and working really hard. And guess what? She went to space and waved to her mom and dad on Earth. Her dream came true. And you can read more about Dr. May Jemison. And that's a story about May among the stars. All right, are you ready to do an activity? We're going to make a model of the sun. What planet do we live in? Earth. And a challenge, the moon. Let's see. So before we start, I just want to show you something. So there's a word called orbit. Can you see it? Orbit. That means if you can see that if that's like a planet, it's going around the sun. So that's orbit. Now there's another word called revolve. Revolve is like kind of spinning round and round, and that's revolve. So we're going to see how that works. You're going to need a ruler, some scissors, okay, scissors, some construction paper like yellow, blue, and if you have like paper plates that look like this, a bigger size, and some brass fasteners that you can open it like this, right? If you can see it, like that. And I'm going to use this paper cup to make the Earth, the size of the Earth. Okay, and right there. All right, so first what you want to do is you want to make this big star. It's yellow. What is it? Yes, the sun. So let me see if I can bring this down. So if you can look here at the yellow construction paper, I'm going to use this paper, small paper plate. It's about maybe 6 inches long. And then you're going to place it here with your pencil and you're going to trace it all around like a circle. Okay, then you're going to use your scissors and you're going to cut them out. If you need help, you can ask someone at home to help you. So when you have your sun, you can use like a marker and you can draw your sun like this, you know, eyes and a mouth. And then I made a hole here. The reason why I made a hole is because with your brass fastener, you're gonna poke this hole. Be careful though, because you don't want it to rip. You can ask someone to help you put this in like that, all right? So then with your big paper plate right there, you're gonna put it inside like this. There are 2 ends, so be careful with it. Hold it in. Somebody will help you on that. Hold on. Okay, and then on the back, you can see it looks like this. Then you can fold it down gently. Okay, two ends and fold it down. All right, so that's your sun right there. That's your sun. And then what do we need to make? Our earth. So with our earth, we're going to use, again, blue construction paper. You can use your paper cup. And then you can trace it. Trace around like that. And then you can cut it. And then when you cut it, it's going to look like this. So I don't know if you can see it, but I drew some eyes, and you can draw a mouth, things like that. So with your brass fastener, again, you're going to poke it in the middle. I already did it. You can ask someone to do that for you so it doesn't rip. And then it looks like this. And before you fold it, we need some white strips of paper. So what I used is I used a big paper plate, and what I did is I cut it. It's kind of like 7.5 inches long and 2 inches wide. So on both ends, we're going to use brass fasteners. So you just try to poke it in the middle. You can use it with scissors. You can just poke it right there so the brass fasteners can go in. Okay, next, we're going to do the moon. So I use this size if you have like tape. And then again, you can just trace it in, and then you can cut. So when you cut it out, it's going to look something like this. So you can color it. You can color it, and then you can poke a hole in it like that. Just same thing with the brass fastener right there. Okay, and then again, with a paper plate, I used about 3.5 inches long, 1.5 inches wide for the moon. All right, so we have our sun, we have our earth, and we have our moon. So what you do is you use the strip, you turn over the sun, and you put this in one end, and you fasten it like this. And then on the other side, you're going to, again, here's the sun, and you're going to put the earth in there too. Before you fasten it, we're going to use, because we want to do a challenge, we're going to use this strip, and we're going to put it in the back like this. Here, let me flip it over like this. And then you're going to fasten it. And then when you flip it over again, you're going to fasten the moon. And then let's flip it over so you can see it like that. Okay, so then you have your model. Let's see if you can see it. Your model of the sun and the earth. And let me show you how this works. Okay, so here's the sun, here's the earth, and here's the moon. The moon orbits around like that, right? Around the earth. And the earth goes around the sun. Like that. Okay, and that's your model of the earth and the sun. I hope you may enjoy this. All right. So we learned about space and planets and the great stuff out there, the scientists and the astronauts that explore and discover. So I hope our friends can explore and discover as well. So stay tuned for more story times next week. And I hope our friends, when you go out and play in the snow, you can make some planets as well as a snowman. All right. Okay. It's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Remember, there's 5 things in order to be a super reader. That's talk, sing, read, write, and play. Let's end with our talk, sing, read, write, and play song. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Talk, sing, read, write, play. Makes a super reader every day. Bye, everybody.